Hello my lovelies, happy Tuesday. I hope you're all well, hope everybody is okay. I am back from holidays. We had a lovely time, thank you. Spent some time with the grandkids, which was they were just delicious. The pair of them were so well behaved. We did loads. The accommodation was terrible, absolutely atrocious, but the rest of it was lovely. We had some really lovely days out each day, and a little bit, I was going to say rest, but it wasn't really a rest, to be honest. It wasn't very restful at all, but it was fun, which is good, which is all good. Sarah and Anne have been busy in the shop while I've been away. You might want to check out the bolt ends section on the website and also the ready-made section on the website. There are lots and lots of mega bargains in there. The sale is also still on the 108s. I think Sarah took 10% off the 108s. So if you still wanted to back some quilts, 108s are the way to go. It saves you money. It feels like it's more expensive per metre, which it is, but you need less of it. So they're brilliant. So there's still 10% off all those as well. Hi Jean, hi Kate, hello everybody. And I was in really good health, but I've been in the shop today and all the fibres have set my nose off, so I'm mega sniffy. Just typical. I shouldn't be doing the job I'm doing. I swear I'm allergic to fabric. So what we're going to do today, we are going to do some curved flying geese. This is a requested block. I did do this years and years ago, right back when we first started these in lockdown. I did this little pattern, but we've had 5 or 6 people say, oh, can you go through how to do curved flying geese? So I'm going to take you through one way how to do them today, which is foundation piecing, which is the easiest way to do it, frankly. But that's what we're going to do today. I couldn't find my sample. I've got one somewhere, but I couldn't find it, so we're going to do one from scratch. Okay, how are you all? Hopefully you're all okay anyway. I hope so. So if we go over to here, this is the pattern I use. It's one by piece by number. I don't know if you can still get it. If you can't still get it, give me a shout, okay? And I will send you the link and everything. Oh, sorry, I'm so snuffly. I've come back and honestly my nose is horrendous. I've just got to blow my nose. 2 seconds. Because I can't breathe. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. I don't like doing foundation piecing on paper. You know this. I really don't like it. I like to do it on stitch and tear. So I've already traced out the piece that I'm going to do, which basically is a quarter. If I come to the overhead, hopefully you can see it. I don't know why it's so dark in here. I've got all the lights on, but it's really dark. This is to do a circle of flying geese like this. Okay, can you see that there? Okay, and you can do it either way. So this is the counterclockwise spin. So that's going counterclockwise, yeah, because it's obviously a mirror image. Or we're going to do the clockwise spin, which looks like it's going the other way when you do this, but remember it all goes on the back. Okay, so there's also like a little colouring sheet, but you can also do these in rows. They make beautiful borders, and you can do like clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, all the way down like that, and you get this lovely curved effect as well. So like I said, I'm not sure if this is still available. I can't find the pattern anymore, but I do have it, so if anybody really wants it, give me a shout. Okay, I've already put this out onto stitch and tear. To be honest, it's not stitch and tear, it's interfacing, because I couldn't find my stitch and tear, so that's what I'm using. And I'm going to use up some scraps of a project that I'm taking on to Sewing Street next week, just to do the bits and pieces. So we're going to very quickly foundation piece this little one here. Okay. Hi Sonia, how are you, lovely? Hi Catherine. Thank you. We did have a lovely time. Thank you. It was really nice. It was great to spend some time with the kids, and Rory and Cara and my mum as well. She was there too. So yeah, we had a lovely time. Can't find it. There we go. So I'm going to cut a piece off to start with that will cover my first piece. Now number 1, 4 and 7 are all, I've put a G in there, so I know that those are my gooses, my geese. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1, and I'm going to put my geese on there like that. Okay, make sure, hopefully that's big enough. Yeah, it will be. Okay, we'll just pop a pin in there to start with, just to hold that down. So remember, I've got wrong side on piece number 1, wrong side to wrong side. Okay, and then we're going to trim back. So I'm going to grab a different ruler, put them on the line between 1 and 2 and pull back like that, and then add a quarter and off we go like that. Now you can absolutely do this on paper and just pull the papers out. I like to do it on interfacing or stitch and tear because it means I don't have to tear the papers out. There is also a method you can do with freezer paper, which is really good. Let me just get some background fabric like that. Just get some background fabric. Come on, cutting a piece off, nice and big to start with. And I want a piece that's going to be big enough for that. So I'll just cut down there like that, in half again. And I don't use measured pieces for foundation piecing. I just tend to hack off a piece that is about more than big enough. Okay, so that edge that I've just trimmed off, I'm going to put this one right sides together like that, and then pop a pin in there, and then we're going to stitch down that line, okay, the line between 1 and 2, and then we're going to wiggle our way through. So it's this is just standard foundation piecing, okay, nothing very exciting. But this was I've been, oh, why is my machine so stiff? Oh, bizarre. I've been asked a few times about curved flying geese, or doing flying geese in a curve. So I thought, or a circle. So I thought, well, we'll just revisit this one because A, it's foundation piecing and I love FFP, and B, it's a really easy way to get the curves. Okay, so back over we go. Now, because I'm using interfacing instead of, oh, how did I manage to get that thread caught? Instead of stitch and tear, because I couldn't find my stitch and tear, I'm not going to iron this because I don't want it to stick at the moment. I'm just going to finger press like that and pin that out of the way. Okay, and then we're going to flip again. So I've done 1 and 2. Now we're going to do number 3, which is this big long line here. So we're going to fold back on number 3 like that and trim off all of that excess there. So what have you been up to? Anybody been up to anything fun? What have I missed while I've been off? Has anybody got any news for me? I'm just going to iron this piece of fabric a second so I can get it into there. You got any news? Hi Marlene, hi Marion, hi Leslie. Hello my darlings, everybody okay? What have you been up to though? You got any new? Anybody got anything to share? You been up to anything? Have you been on holiday? Have you, like I have, have you bought anything new? What projects are you working on? Please do talk to me while I do this. So I've pinned this then right sides together with that edge that I just trimmed, back over, and then I'm going to stitch between there and there. Okay. Oh, excuse me, I'm so snuffly. Okay, so I'm going to start on that one just up there, like that. Put my needle in exactly where I want to. Don't go past the lines unless you absolutely have to. But it's better if you can stop on the line. There you go. And back again. I like FPP as well because it's fast. Can you see there's that first goose appearing now? Okay. Put that pin up there. The way there. Put another one over here. And flip again. Okay, so now I'm going to do number 4, which is between 3 and 4, and number 4 is another goose shape. So I'm going to take that pin out because I need to get rid of that. So let's just fold it back on that line like that, crease it down. Ooh, make sure it creases nicely, and then we're going to ping that off there. Get rid of all that bit. Don't throw that. That will be used in another bit of the background. And then I want another piece for another goose. So I'm going to use this colour. And I just want a piece that's big enough for that. These are great to be scrappy. Really great to be scrappy. You could do all of your backgrounds the same and do all of your geese in completely scrappy ones. You could do lots of these blocks and put them all together. Marion, you're on holes. You brought a kite to leave younger years. To relive younger years with the children. Oh, lush. Oh, nice. I like that. Let's go fly a kite. That always reminds me of Mary Poppins. Jean, you've got your ticket for your 10th birthday party and your hotel room booked. Oh, amazing. Who else is coming? There are a few tickets left. If you haven't bought one yet, I think there's about 12 tickets left, something like that. So now I'm going to stitch between 3 and 4, which is that line just there. Okay. I hope some of you will come along and join us for our birthday party. It would be lovely to meet some of you in, I know we've met a lot of you in real life, but rather than just talk on the phone, it'd be lovely to spend some time with you guys. So if you haven't already bought your tickets, they are going fast. Go for it. Hi Lynn. Oh, you forgot it was Tuesday. Hello. Oh, don't worry, love. I am all out because we had bank holiday yesterday. I'm all out with my days as well. Really, really out. I was convinced it was Sunday yesterday, and I was working from home today, and I'm not. Okay, that's going to be end up being my second goose. So, done 4. Now we're going to 5 over here. So I'm going to just line that one back up on there and trim off all this excess. There we go. And number 5 is a background piece. So we're going to grab a piece of background and put it right sides together like that. There we go. Ow! Oh, I just stuck that pin right in me. Pin that down and we're going to carry on. I'm going to do this whole square so I can show it you, okay? So this is very repetitive, but we can have a chat while I'm doing it. Okay. But yeah, this, I can't remember, there was 3 or 4 of you, more than that actually. Quite a few of you wanted to do curved flying geese, so that's why I've come back to this one and thought we'd do it again because it's a nice one. It's a nice one, this one. Okay, so I've stitched down there, pins out, back over we go. Give that a really good finger press. Okay, like I said, I'm using a bit interfacing. I forgot. You saw a video of FPP. We don't stitch the template in. Yes, you can do that. Absolutely. If you can do it with freezer paper, so you print the template onto freezer paper, and when you do this, so you do this exactly like you would, with stitch and tear or normal paper. So you, hang on, you put your ruler down and score back. So this is number 6 between 5 and 6, like that. You trim off all your fabric so it's all the same to this point. Okay. And then you're going to add your next piece of fabric, but you keep this folded. Okay, you keep it folded. You're going to add your next piece on. So let's just give that a very quick iron because it's very messy. There we go. Like that. Give that a quick iron. So that goes on like that. Okay, and pin that in. And then instead of stitching on the line, throwing pins around now, you keep this folded over and you stitch right down that edge. So basically you'd run the needle all the way down. So you're not stitching through the stitch and tear, which means you can reuse the template over and over and over. It does take a little bit of practice. It really does take a little bit of practice because it's okay if you're doing like quite big pieces like this is, but if you're doing an FPP that's got lots and lots of tiny little pieces, if you don't get it really, really accurate, like running it along the template, you're going to throw out the design. So it's good and bad. Good in the fact that you only have to use one template and you don't have to pick anything out. Bad in the fact that you've really got to practice it. It's not one that I would suggest you go to straight away. Okay, so this time I'm going to stitch between that one and that one. To be honest, I don't mind tracing them out or printing them out and then just leave because I don't tear the stitch and tear out. I just leave it in there. The same with the fabric ones that we do now. You know, the FFP, the fabric foundation piecing. I can never say it. I want to say paper every time. You leave that in as well, so I don't mind leaving this in. Hi Carol, how are you? You're late again and you'll miss tomorrow night? Oh no, disgraceful. That's it. Detention for you, missus. You have to do detention in your sewing room. But yeah, I've seen that method, Claire, with the, when you don't actually stitch through the template, you stitch alongside it, and it does work, but you do need to practice it a little bit. It's not as forgiving, shall we say, as this. There we go. Right, nearly there, and we've done the little quarter block. Okay, so press that one out like that. You could use a little seam roller. Obviously, if you were using stitch and tear, oh, sorry, look, guys, I didn't do the camera. If you're doing stitch and tear, you could you would press this in between, but because I'm doing interfacing, I'm leaving it like this. What's that, Marlene? You're still working on your first quilt go. Silly me designed it all, but it turned out to be, oh my goodness, that's a humongous quilt. Photos will follow. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. I like to see things. But yeah, that sounds like a humongous quilt, Mrs. So done 5 and 6. 7 is my last goose. So like that. Trim off all this background. Like that. And then I'm going to do my last goose in this bit here. There we go. Like that. So we're going to put, we've got 2 more pieces to go after this one, and then this quarter of the block is done. Okay, so put these pins in, and then we'll whip through this last little bit to get there. Okay, 80. That's a big old quilt, my lovely. Big old quilt, but fair play. Quilts you go. It's a lot easier to do on big quilts because you're not struggling to get a massive quilt through your machine. You can do your quilting, you know, bit by bit, can't you? I do like quilts you go. I mean, I'm lucky we've got Daphne and I can do big quilts on her, but if I'm doing anything like at home, absolutely quilts you go is the way I do it. There we go. So there's my last one there, and then number 8, which is this long piece here. Let's just, because that's a longer one, I'm not just going to wing it, I'm going to actually score that back properly, and then take off that 1/4 inch like that, and then I can use this piece of background fabric. I reckon that will go in there like that, hopefully, and we're nearly done. Last but one piece. Okay, so back over we go. 2 more rows to go. So what have you all been up to? Has anybody been Marilyn's been flying a kite, which is lovely. Anybody else been doing anything nice? Have you been on holiday yet, or are you having a later holiday? Are you going away in September? Where are you off to? We went, I was saying earlier, we went off to France with the kids. Stayed in Eurocamps, which frankly was terrible. Really awful. We had no water for 5 days, and my son's van had no what's the word, no power for 24 hours, which when you've got little ones is not fun. Right, last one then is going to go here. Ooh, oh, it's a little bit tight on that piece. It does just fit, but it will be fine. There we go. And piece number 9, flip that over, get rid of that, trim that to 1/4 inch like that. And is this piece going to go in there? I flip that. Yes, it will. There we go. I'm just going to give that a straighter edge. It'll make life a little bit easier. There we go. So yeah, it was lovely. Carol, you're going to Rhodes on Friday for 2 weeks. You miss your son. Oh, I'm very jealous. I love Greece. Absolutely love Greece. Never been to Rhodes. My mum's been a couple of times and swears by it. Phil's been in his younger clubbing days. Not so much now. But we've done a lot of the Greek islands. So yeah. Oh, no holiday, but you've been making lots of lace. Oh, lovely. Organza flowers. And you're feeling better. Amazing. 10 weeks or so of chiropractic and deep tissue work. Oh, love you. Oh, Lynn, that sounds rough, hun. Sounds really rough. Right, last little bit of stitching just there. I hope your happy place is now your sewing room. It's a new sewing room. Excellent. Excellent. Jean, you went to a wet felting workshop on Saturday. Oh, nice. How was that? Right, there we go. all the way down to there, and that's the last little piece. Okay, so back over we go, like that and like that, and then flip that one out. Now it's all covered. Now I'm going to iron it because, like I said, I was using interfacing. I didn't want it to stick in the wrong places, but now I've done the whole thing, I can actually give that a quick iron now and make it nice and clean and ironed. Oh, got the ruler under there. I was thinking, what's stuck under there? There we go. Okay, so it still looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but that's okay because we're going to trim this up. Okay, like that. So I'm going to trim this up now, 1/4 inch all the way around that line. So let's just line that up, line that one up like that. Across there, across there. Cheryl, you're going for a long weekend to the Chatsworth Country Fair. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. And then 1/4 inch that way. There it is. Make sure I've got that all right there. That's it. Okay, so there's my little 1/4 block done. Okay, so this is a clockwise, so even though it looks anti-clockwise when you draw it out, it will go clockwise. So you would do this and you'd make 4 of them. If I do this a second and grab a coloured pencil a second. Okay, you would see, like, so this is the goose there. Oh, wrong one. Huh. Help if I was doing the right one, wouldn't it? So you've got your goose there and there and there. So it would go like that. So that would be your top right, and then they would go round like that to create that little circle of flying geese. It's a really, really nice little pattern, this one. It comes out at 12 inches. Okay, so you can see here it comes out at 12 inches when you put the 4 together. But something I do think that you can do is actually create really lovely borders with this. You would alternate them. So you would have, this is the clockwise one, this is the counterclockwise. So if I just scribble in the geese so you can see them. So you would join them like that. If I do that, you can see. So what it does, it looks like the goose is going like that, and then it's swerving like that, and then it goes opposite all the way up. So you would put these in a row to get that lovely sort of serpentine look of the geese going up the borders. They don't have to be, you know, in a 4. Once you've done these blocks, you can mess around with them, and they make really lovely designs and borders and things, or strips within a quilt. You know, lots and lots you can do with it. Where am I? There we go. Hi. Sonia, you're looking forward to going to Thailand in October. You're making a hat collection to take with me. Excellent. Well done, lovely. I think we're actually looking at doing Thailand next October for Phil's 50th, because he'll be 50 next year, and because he's a bit younger than me, it's going to be 50 next year. So we're looking at going in October, November next year, not this year, for his 50th. Even though his birthday's in March, apparently it's totally the wrong time of year to go. Totally the wrong time to go. So yeah, so that's it for me today. It was a little bit of a random one. I know we've done this before, but it was about 5 years ago that I did this one, and we'd had so many people request curved flying geese. I thought I would do this one, which is my favourite method of getting them curved, which is FPP. There are other ways of doing it, but most curved flying geese are FPP'd. Okay, give me a shout, drop me a message if you want the pattern for this, okay, and I will send you a copy of the template. Okay, so I'm back tomorrow at 7, and then Sarah's back at 1 on Thursday. Friday I'm travelling up to Leicester because I've got a meeting, and then Saturday I've got Sewing Street. Yeah, it's busy. Come back to chaos. Not the shop. The shop was actually very organised, but chaos everywhere else. So I will see you tomorrow, my darlings. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the sunshine. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7. Bye.